as you kind of evaluate your own game tonight, what you might be able to do better, what you noticed. I know there'll probably be some film review, but what you've noticed just coming out of it.
Ultimately, I just feel like I need to just put my foot in the ground and just get north on some runs. Some things we got to ultimately clean up as an offensive group. Got off to a slow start, but most importantly, go through the film, see what I can fix, see what we can adjust as far as tomorrow on film, and then afterwards walk through and go through any adjustments that we need to make.
Let's go next to Mick Schaefer. Go ahead, Mick.
Hey there, Clyde. I was just wondering what the Patriots were doing tonight to slow you guys down so much for the better part of 3 quarters.
For the most part, what I can speak for, they had a great defensive scheme. They as far as the way they scheme up, and the film that I watched in the previous games, I didn't play in the previous game, so being able to just watch film over and over again, as far as the scheme that they played, it's always a great scheme to match up against us, and ultimately until we can make some adjustments, especially after we made some adjustments at halftime, ultimately it was kind of just a mental thing. Once we got over that hump, we started to take off.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Clyde, I know you guys had to wait longer than 24 hours than you expected to play this game. Can you just explain what the tone and what the mood was in the locker room at halftime, given how sort of unusual your guys' first half performance was?
We just knew we needed ultimately that we were beating ourselves. We just slow on offense, and the theme of halftime was pretty much pick it up. I mean, we had everything that we wanted. We just wasn't executing the way we needed to and the way we wanted. Just some things were just a tad bit off. Ultimately we got it corrected and came out with the win.
Looks like we've got 2 more. We'll go Sam and then Herbie. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Clyde, I know you've been talking about like the execution and stuff. I'm just curious. They had 6 defensive backs, sometimes even more on the field at times. Is that just a personnel group that you feel like you should be able to run the ball a little bit more effectively against?
Yes, sir. As far as the nickel package that they were in, it was big against the pass game, to slow the pass down. Ultimately, as far as the things that we were seeing on the sideline, as far as the adjustments, we as far as running the ball, there were some things that we need to get cleaned up from everybody's standpoint, especially mine being able to run the ball. So it's some things that we'll have to look at on film, and ultimately it'll be corrected and look much better next week.
Let's go last to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Clyde, you got 4 games now under your belt here. What's your biggest takeaway from these first 4 games that you want to apply to these last 12 games of the regular season?
Preparation. I've always been big on preparation and preparing. As far as the way that I've been preparing, I feel like it's been great. Coach Reed, Coach EB, and Dealin, the way they get the running backs prepared. As far as me speaking on how I prepare, it's better than anything that I've ever been around. So ultimately, preparation. These first four games were up there for me, and that's something that I feel like I have to continue through February.
We appreciate the time today. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. No problem.